Nights, early mornings, he stays on the grind.
A lot of times, it's clearing hurdles. It feels a lot like the Olympics, but there's secrets to getting around almost every single hurdle. And let's deal with each one of those right now. So, debt to income, DTI. What can you do? Well, lenders love balance, especially when it comes to your income versus your monthly debt. So, here's some ideas. Reduce monthly debt payments by paying off small balance loans. Avoid new debts. Skip the new furniture. Skip the celebratory car. Please, there's so many folks that I've unfortunately had to suggest that they couldn't purchase a home right now because they had just purchased a car that they didn't have any equity in and that they were just stuck with. You know what? Hey, and if necessary, do a side hustle. I can tell you, I've done a side hustle when I got in the business a long, long time ago. And hey, I've even done side hustle in the business when things were really, really not good in the mortgage industry. And you know what? A pro tip from a pro is use a DTI calculator. We can, if you go to mortgagemack.com, we have tons and tons of calculators there for you. So let's deal with the next hurdle, insufficient down payments. You don't need 20%, but most likely you will need to have some of your own money on deposit for either down payment and or closing costs. But if we don't have the amount that's needed, well, we could explore first-time homebuyer grants. I'm asked, do we have a rich uncle? Ask Granny for a gift and or consider low-cost areas in certain geographic locations that may have some additional down payment incentives available to you based upon the property's location. And then low credit scores. And I see this quite a bit. And, depending upon the score, a lot of times I recommend credit restoration. And, FHA will go down to 580 subject to approval and or 500. But hey, that 500 number, lots and lots of strings attached to it. And so, do I see that happen every day? Not every day. Not every day. So here's some suggestions. Dispute errors on your credit report. So let's talk about that. When disputing errors, that doesn't mean just writing a letter to the bureau and disputing it. That means actually disputing it, bringing real clear evidence to the bureau level that is contradictory to what's being reported and resolving it. Because I do get credit reports where negative income or negative trade lines are disputed, and if the dispute meets a certain dollar amount, then if you have an approval, it could be negated. So really important to not just dispute, but to resolve. Lower utilization by paying down credit cards. That is a great way to get your credit score up. If your credit cards are running 50% of the balance, more than 50% of the high credit, get it down to under 30. Don't open new accounts. And you know what? Like I said before, credit restoration works for some folks. Okay, and the next hurdle is, hey, not enough for reserves. And what is reserves? This is the cash you'd still need after closing to cover a few months of mortgage payments in case life throws you a curveball. So reserves, what counts as reserves? Well, checking, savings. Retirement accounts will count as reserves as with limitations, stocks and or liquid assets as well. So, I've gotten applications, didn't have reserves, and hey, they had a retirement account. So it was easy
Nights, early
solution.
mornings, he stays on the grind.